Today's movie is a 1967 spaghetti western. God forgives. I don't. So, I'll be going to be honest. I mainly watched this movie because of the title. I mean, come on. God forgives. I don't. That's a pretty badass title. Unfortunately, the movie itself ain't that great. Now, I'll admit that it was apparently popular enough that they made two sequels. I don't know. There are good things. It looks pretty good. And some of the characters are kind of cool, but it ain't that great. So, what is God Forgives? I don't. About? Well, we start off with a train pulls into the station and everybody's on it is dead. And gold has been stolen. So we meet an insurance investigator, and he thinks he knows who did it, but the guy who did it is supposed to be dead. So he goes to this other guy who apparently his name is Cat, but I honestly don't remember them calling him Cat. I just remember them calling him handsome and pretty. But he goes to that dude and he's like, "Hey, I thought you killed this guy. What's the deal?" Well, Cat, he is just kind of a jerk. Because during the middle of the night, he steals the other guy's horse and leaves him kind of stranded in the middle of nowhere. And so Cat, goes to find out who actually did the train robbery and if the guy they think is dead is actually dead or not. So, I mean, the movie's okay. It's got all the stuff you want from a Western. It's got guys playing poker.
I play these. Two.
It's got fights in a bar. It's got dancing girls. It's got shootouts.
Whenever you're ready, pretty face.
It's got it all, but it ain't that great. So the film was originally going to be called The Dog, the Cat, and the Fox. So, as I said, the one dude is called Cat, but I don't remember him being called that. The dude that is kind of also hunting for the dead guy was going to be the dog because he's kind of a bigger guy, and he's got this. When we first meet him, he's got this crazy coat. It looks like it's like a wool coat that's turned inside out. I don't know if those were actually common back in the olden days. And then the guy who actually did the train robbery, whether or not, I'm not going to tell if he's the dead guy or not, he's the fox. Because he's wily, he's smart. But it just doesn't work. It's just kind of slow and long. And they have this flashback to how the guy supposedly may or may not have gotten killed. And it's just not great. So, even though the name is pretty cool, God forgives, I don't. I don't even know who's supposed to be forgiving in that situation. Maybe Cat dude is supposed to forgive, or maybe the dog guy is supposed to give Cat for stranding him, or I don't know. This film was kind of tough for me because it sort of brought me to a decision. Do I give 0 thumbs up? You know, or am I going to be kind of like, the years that go from 1 BC to 180? There's no year 0. Well, in the end, I decided to punt that decision down the road because I am giving God Forgives, I don't one thumbs down. There are worse movies. There are also better ones. Watch one of those first.